American Idol fans think that teenage girls have chosen the winner. This comes after the top 5 were revealed on last night's Mother's Day episode. The competition has been hard. However, it has been amazing to watch. There are a lot of talented artists still on the show. However, some people may not be happy about who they think is going to win. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. American Idol has narrowed down their top 5. They did this on last night's episode, which was the Mother's Day episode. The contestants had to sing one Disney song and then one song dedicated to Mother's Day. They all had great performances. Slater forgot the beginning of the words, but it did not stop him one bit. Luke even applauded him for moving on so gracefully. The top 5 includes Slater Nally, Brianna Nix, John Foster, Jamal Roberts, and Thunderstorm Artis. This left Matty Pruitt and Gabby Salmon eliminated. However, it is great that they both made it this far. Disney Night Part 2 will be on tonight. Fans cannot wait to see who makes it through and are voting for their favorites. American Idol fans think that teenage girls are the only reason John Foster is still in the competition. Judges' reaction to John advancing. Anyone catch the absolute shock from the judges there? There are a lot of us in that moment, too, lol. I do think he wins, though. He's got the teenage girl vote. I think they were shocked to see which 3 remained, and knowing they were going to lose Gabby, Thunderstorm or both. I'm 14 and every night I am voting not necessarily for John but I am boring. Just posted the same dang thing. Usually they try to appear more neutral, but we know they were like WTF tonight, and rightfully so. As I said on another post, this is only the 2nd episode I've watched this season. That said, my quick take on John is that he's that one guy who has a good but not great voice who always lasts way longer than he should based talent, but rarely wins the whole show. It seems as though fans think that teenage girls are the only reason John Foster has gone through. They think this will be the only reason he wins. However, there are people who like John Foster and backed him up, saying the screeching usually comes from his family and friends. Also, some fans are unsure about teenagers even watching the show and voting. Introduction. Since its debut in 2002, American Idol has become a cultural juggernaut, shaping the landscape of televised talent competitions and launching the careers of numerous stars. Its success hinges not only on the performances of contestants but also on the intricate web of fan engagement, voting dynamics, and cultural trends. Among these, a recurring narrative persists. American Idol * fans and commentators alike often believe that teenage girls have wielded outsized influence in determining the winner, sometimes perceived as a decisive demographic bloc. This perception raises compelling questions about the role of youth, gender, and social media in modern voting processes. Are teenage girls genuinely the power brokers behind the curtain? Or is this a cultural myth that amplifies stereotypes about youth and femininity? To explore this phenomenon, we will analyze voting patterns, fan culture, media narratives, and the broader societal implications, all woven into a rich narrative that reflects the evolving landscape of popular culture. The power of the teenage girl, a cultural stereotype. The idea that teenage girls hold sway over American Idol results is rooted in long-standing stereotypes about youth and femininity. Historically, teenage girls have been portrayed as passionate, emotionally driven, and highly engaged consumers of pop culture. Their preferences often influence music charts, fashion trends, and social movements. In the context of American Idol, this stereotype manifests in perceptions that teenage girls are particularly active voters, emotionally invested in their favorite contestants, and motivated by factors such as appearance, charisma, and relatable narratives. Media coverage frequently highlights when a teenage girl fan base is instrumental in pushing a contestant forward, reinforcing the narrative that they are the decisive demographic. Voter demographics and data. While American Idol does not publicly release detailed voting demographics, various analyses and fan surveys suggest that teenage girls comprise a significant portion of the voting audience. Social media platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram have become battlegrounds where fans rally behind their favorites, often targeting younger audiences. Historically, popular contestants with relatable stories or appealing aesthetics tend to garner large teenage girl followings. For example, In seasons where contestants exude youthful charm or embody certain aspirational qualities, their popularity among teenage girls surges. Case studies: contestants who captured the teenage girl vote. Kelly Clarkson, Season 1, as the first winner. Clarkson's relatable personality, emotional performances, and girl next door image resonated strongly with teenage girls. Her subsequent career success further cemented her status as a favorite among young female fans. Diana DeGarmo, Season 3, although she finished second, DeGarmo's youthful appeal and relatable story made her a teenage girl favorite, exemplifying how emotional investment can influence the narrative. Jordan Sparks, Season 6, at just 17, Sparks' young age and soulful voice energized her teenage fanbase, with many believing their votes helped secure her victory. Fifth Harmony and other post-Idol acts. While not winners, these groups and artists demonstrate how teenage girls continue to shape pop music trajectories through American Idol-inspired fan bases. Social media and viral campaigns. The rise of social media has transformed fan engagement from passive viewing to active campaigning. Teenage girls, often early adopters of digital platforms, mobilize through hashtags, fan pages, and online voting drives. This activism amplifies their influence, sometimes creating viral campaigns that sway public perception and even impact official voting outcomes. For example, during seasons where a contestant's popularity among teenage girls is palpable, fans organize online polls and streaming parties, boosting votes and visibility. These efforts are sometimes credited with propelling contestants into the finals or influencing the winner selection. Media narratives and the myth of the teenage girl voter. Media outlets often reinforce the idea that teenage girls are the secret weapon behind American Idol * results. Headlines like, "Teenage girls drive voting power," or, "Young female fans pick the winner," perpetuate this narrative, which can overshadow other demographics' contributions. This focus can be both empowering and problematic. On one hand, it recognizes the passion and agency of young female fans. On the other, it risks stereotyping and reducing complex voting behaviors to age and gender stereotypes. The impact of cultural shifts and pop trends. The influence of teenage girls in American Idol reflects broader cultural shifts. As social media democratizes fan influence, younger audiences feel more empowered to participate actively in shaping music and entertainment outcomes. Moreover, pop culture trends often target teenage girls, from teen pop idols to social media influences. This saturation ensures that their preferences are highly visible and influential, both on the show and in the music industry at large. Critiques and counterarguments. While many believe teenage girls have a decisive role, others argue that voting is more dispersed across demographics than stereotypes suggest. Factors such as family influence, regional loyalties, and overall viewer engagement also play critical roles. Furthermore, some critics suggest that emphasizing teenage girls' influence can diminish the achievements of contestants who appeal to broader or different demographics. It can also reinforce gender stereotypes by implying that young women are primarily driven by superficial factors. The evolution of fan influence in the digital age. The digital age has transformed how fans influence outcomes. Unlike traditional voting methods, online streaming, social media campaigns, and mobile voting apps have lowered barriers to participation, enabling more diverse and widespread engagement. Teenage girls, being more digitally savvy and active on social media, are often at the forefront of these campaigns. Their ability to organize and mobilize quickly makes them a formidable voting bloc, whether intentionally or as part of broader cultural trends. Conclusion: a reflection of society's changing dynamics. The narrative that American Idol fans believe teenage girls have chosen the winner encapsulates larger societal themes about youth, gender, and influence. While data and anecdotal evidence suggest that young female fans are indeed passionate and influential, it is essential to recognize the complexity of voting behaviors and the multiplicity of factors at play. This phenomenon highlights how cultural stereotypes can shape perceptions of fandom and voting power, often simplifying a multifaceted process into a story of youthful passion and emotional investment. As social media continues to evolve, so too will the ways in which teenage girls influence popular culture, shaping not only American Idol outcomes but the broader entertainment landscape. Epilogue: the future of fan influence. Looking ahead, The role of teenage girls in shaping entertainment outcomes will likely grow, driven by technological advancements and shifting cultural norms. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram will continue to serve as hubs for fan activism and viral campaigns, ensuring that this demographic remains a powerful force in the entertainment industry. Whether or not they choose the winner, teenage girls have undeniably become a defining element of modern pop culture, embodying passion, influence, and the power of collective action in the digital age.